You've often heard me say, I love to put myself into the shoes of the character of the story that I'm reading from the Bible. I want you to do that with me. Peter and the other disciples, they've seen their Savior crucified. They've spoke to him after he arose from the dead. But they've only seen him a couple times. They're going back to the only thing they ever knew, fishing. So one evening, Peter said, I'm going to go fishing, and 6 of the other disciples said, we'll go with you. It's been a long night of fishing. Instead of me explaining the story, what I'd like to do is literally read that story from where it took place. So let's pick up that story in the book of John, chapter 21. Let's start with verse 3. Simon Peter said to them, I'm going fishing. They said to him, we will go with you. They went out and got into the boat. But that night they caught nothing. Just as day was breaking, Jesus stood on the shore. Yet the disciples did not know that it was Jesus. Jesus said to them, children, do you have any fish? They answered him, no. He said to them, cast the net on the right side of the boat, and you will find some. So they cast it. And now they were not able to haul it in because of the quantity of fish. That disciple whom Jesus loved therefore said to Peter, it is the Lord. When Simon Peter heard that it was the Lord, he put on his outer garment, for he was stripped for work, and threw himself into the sea. Peter's just recognized that it's Jesus on the bank. He jumps from the boat, swims as quick as he can. He doesn't care what the others think. He just wants to get to Jesus. Upon arriving, Christ has a fire. As the other disciples approach the bank, he tells them to bring some of the fish that they've caught. They prepare breakfast and share time together. But it's at this moment that Peter has a face-to-face encounter with Jesus Christ. It's one that he's not going to enjoy, but it's one that he has to have so that he can go change the world. Behind me, you see Mount Arbel, the number 1 spot in Israel for me. But this is the number 2 spot. Why? Because I've had the same face-to-face encounter with Jesus Christ myself. You see, Jesus looked Peter square in the eye and said, Peter, do you love me? Peter responded by saying, Christ, you know all. You know that I love you. And he asked this 3 times. Why? Because Peter denied him 3 times. Understand what it means to deny Christ. To say that I'd do something and then not do it. And I've had to have the same face-to-face encounter discussions with Jesus Christ myself. And church, I'm asking you this morning, are you willing to have that difficult face-to-face encounter with Jesus Christ, just as Peter did? Because as Peter was reinstated, I know I've been reinstated, and you can be reinstated. But to do that, you've got to be willing to admit you've denied him, you've betrayed him, you've messed up. So this morning I'm asking you, will you have that face-to-face encounter with Christ so that he can use you to go and change the world?